So this is the sugar cookie cake kit. I'm going to show you how to decorate the cookies. I'm only going to be doing 6. You'll have 2 of each cookie in your kit. So we have all of our cookies, our royal icing bags, and we have buttercream frosting bags for our flowers on top of our cookies. So we are going to get started, and I am going to first show you our bags are mixed with powdered sugar, water, and meringue powder. And we kind of just want to remix them up. They kind of sat in your box for a minute. So just kind of mix around the bag. All the bags are going to be tied at the top, but still be careful that it doesn't come out the back end. And now when we cut these bags, we're going to cut them really small tip on the bottom. And I say cut smaller, the better. Your kit's going to come with toothpicks, everything you need except for scissors. So you're going to need scissors at home to cut these tips. So we are going to first do the outline of the orange underneath the butterfly, and then we're going to skip to the carrot and do the carrot. So we're going to kind of go color by color. So we're going to be bouncing around with each cookie. Meringue powder, the icing is going to harden and stiffen, which is going to be easier for us to work with throughout our cookies. So when we're cutting our tips, we want to make sure to just cut the very, very tip. And I'm going to cut a little angle down here to get that extra bit of the bag off. But you should be able to see that it's just a little tiny bit that comes out the tip. You don't want it too thick, otherwise it's going to run over the side of our cookie. So what we're first going to do is make sure the size is right on our bag. If you cut too small, you can do a tiny bit more, but remember, start small and then you can go a little bit bigger. So I'm going to find my butterfly. This butterfly cookie is a little bit bigger than the one I had pictured. I just thought it was bigger and more fun, so I'm going to do this one instead, but still the same concept, same design on the smaller butterfly. So we're going to go around and outline our cookie. Now we don't need to do the center because the center is going to be black for the body. And we're going to go outline. So we're going to go around the whole outside. And then we're going to find a piece in the center here. And I'm going to do mine like this. You can do yours the same. You don't have to do it at all. But the center then I'm going to make yellow. So the outside is going to be orange. And this inside is going to be yellow. So we're not going to fill it quite yet. I'm going to do it on both. And now I'm going to let that harden just for a minute. And I'm going to move to my carrot and outline my carrot because that is orange too. So I'm just going to go through. Got my carrot outlined there. And now I'm going to go back to my butterfly and I am going to lightly fill in with orange. Now you don't want to overfill this with icing because then it was going to run off the side. If you can see here, I kind of just lightly filled it in. There's still the edging that needs to be filled. That's where your toothpick comes in. And we're going to slowly just push our royal icing up to the edges that we need. And you just fill it in all the way around your cookie. Remember, if you put too much royal icing on, it will go out of the lines or the outline that you made, and it's gonna run off the side of your cookie, which is okay too. Just gotta clean it up. We're gonna take this and we're gonna go around our cookie, whoops, here. Feel free to push pause and do this on your own time. Pause the video anytime you need. So once we got that area filled in, I'm going to take more and go throughout the rest of my cookie and fill that in. I need a little more here. Less is more. Remember, just put a little on. If you think you need more, then you add a little more at a time. I'm gonna go the other wing. This one. Fill that one up. I'm gonna go around and filling it. Now you're gonna notice that if you bump this in a little bit here or put a little mark, you are gonna have a little indent in your cookie there because this is meringue powder and that hardens. So just try to be extra careful when we're moving these around to not put our fingers on top of the cookie or where there's any kind of frosting until they're completely stiff. And that could take a couple hours to have them completely hardened. Over here. I kind of want to make my orange a little bit inside more. Kind of had a big body there, so we're gonna shorten the body up. There we are. Then I'm gonna go to my carrot, do the same thing. Fill it in. Go through here. There we go. So I have my orange on my butterfly and my carrot done. I like to just kind of go through the bigger portions of the frosting and swirl it around, kind of evens out the frosting and kind of gets rid of your bubbles that you'll get. We also need orange for the tip of the birdie's beak, the chick's beak. So we're gonna do that quick. So we just need to do a little bit of a triangle here, fill it in, and now that one is done too. And next I'm going to do yellow because we want our butterfly to harden first because we have a black layer on top to put for the details of the wing. So the sooner this hardens, the better. When I'm done with the frosting too, I have cups here and I like to just stick my bags in there. If they're gonna leak, I want them to leak inside the cup, then on the counter. So I'm gonna mix up the yellow again, kind of in the bag, spread it around. In yellow, we have the inside of the wing. We're gonna do the chick in the center of the flower. So we will cut a tiny piece off, just the very, very tip. We're gonna see if that's enough. That looks good to me. And now we're gonna go through and fill in our yellow on our flower, or on our butterfly. Spin my toothpick around, make it even. All right, now I'm going to do my other wing. Fill that in. Now I'm going to move my butterfly cookie because I am done for that for now until we need to use black. And I am going to do the chick. I'm going to outline the chick and then I'm going to outline the flower And then I'm gonna go in and fill it in. So we're gonna start with the chick. Now don't get frustrated if you can't do the outline good the first time. It takes a lot of practice and a steady hand. And as you can see here, I screwed up. It's kind of on the edge there of the top by his head. So I'm just gonna gently wipe it down, and I am going to redraw my line there. There we go. And then I'm gonna do the center of my flower. Just a fun little circle. There we go. And now I'm gonna go through and fill in my chick. Remember, not too much, just enough to spread around. There we go, have our chick filled in, center of our flower, fill that in. I'm done with the yellow for now. There we go. A little bubble there in my yellow. Smooth that out. Okay, a little bubble in my chick. Get that out. All right, so these ones for now we're gonna move up and let harden more. And now we're gonna work on the white. We're gonna have a white rabbit and a white spring sign. So we're gonna mix up our white again, just like we did the other ones. We are going to cut the tip off, just a tiny, tiny tip. See if that's the size we want. That looks good to me. I might just do the outline this small, and I might cut it a little bigger when we fill it, because these are kind of bigger surfaces, so they're gonna take a lot more to fill. So I'm gonna go on my outside. Get this a little thicker here. Okay. And then we're gonna do our rabbit. Okay, smooth out my cookie there. I had a little rough edge. We're gonna leave a little bit open here on the top for the ears. So we're gonna kind of open it there, and then we have room here. It's hard to see on this white, but I left a little gap in the inside and the inside here because we're gonna put pink for the ears. And we're gonna go down here, wipe that up, and we're gonna leave a little bit of pink open on the nose part. So leave a little spot on the nose. Do that on the nose. Okay, now we got these two outlined. I'm gonna trim up my piping bag a little bit so I have a little bit bigger hole. And I'm going to fill now the center. I'm going to use the other side of my toothpick because this side has orange and yellow on it, and I'm going to use the other side to move my white around. Add a little bit more down here. the sides. Okay. Go through, kind of even out the frosting, get rid of some bubbles. Okay. If you want these bigger ones, kind of just give it a couple pounds. Pick it up, drop it lightly. You'll see some bubbles that will come up, and just poke them. And get rid of your bubbles. Then we'll work on our bunny. Fill that in. There we are. Fill our bunny in. Get his legs. There we go. Okay. You know, if you wanted to use one of your other colors of royal icing you have, you sure can. You can make a pink bunny or purple bunny or whatever color bunny you wanted with any of these. You know, if you wanted to change how we do the flower or the carrot, the chick, whatever you wanted. Use the colors that we have. These are just the colors I chose. Okay, now we got those all filled in. They're looking cute. We are going to move these on the side, and we are going to do our flowers. So I'm going to do purple on the outside with a pink center. So we're going to kind of do the same that we did with the butterfly. We're going to outline it in purple, and then we are going to go fill in the center with pink. I am going to mix up my bag, cut the tip. Make sure it's the right size. Looks good. There's your bunny. I'm gonna go outline our flower. I'm going to skip every other one right now so they harden a little bit in between. Go around. I'm gonna go around here. If you wanted to do every other petal and do one pink, one purple, you go right ahead. It's just how I am making my flower. Okay. And now we're gonna go through the center again and pick out how you wanna do your design in the middle. Here. All right, and now we can start filling in our purple. Do a little bit here. And we're gonna fill it in. So. Denise. Hi, kid. What? Where is your mom? Up here. Going our purple. Here. petal here. All right, now we're going to go to the pink. So we will take our pink, right in here, mix our pink up. Cut the tip. Okay. We're going to go around and fill in the center of our petals. Okay. Oh, it kind of filled in itself. Okay, looks cute. We're going to take our pink now and fill in our bunny ears. The center here and the edges. Kind of cut mine a little big, so I got to be careful that I don't put too much on. I'm going to put this in here. Okay, I got the ears done. Now I need to do the nose, just a dot. Okay. So the nose, the ears, we have all the pink done for now, so put that back. And we will start doing the fun part of the black on our butterfly. You'll kind of notice that if you touch it, it's super, super lightly, you can touch it. It's hardened. So we can start using our black now. So we're gonna mix up our black really good, and we are gonna cut this tip. Make sure to cut this super, super small. We do not want this anywhere big because we're gonna be making all these small lines. So we wanna make sure that we're cutting it really, really small. So I'm gonna cut mine just the very tip off. See if that's small enough. That's perfect. So I am going to now outline the body here first. I'm gonna go down and up. So I'm gonna do the body. The head I'm just gonna fill in. Might have put too much on, I hope it doesn't drip. I'm gonna drag some up to prevent it from dripping. Okay, now we're gonna go around our butterfly and make the outline of the wings. So I'm gonna go through and kind of outline the first outline we did with the orange. There we are, and I'm gonna go on this side. Outline that. Now when we're going to be doing the center, you don't want to make your lines too close together or the black is going to bleed into each other and then it's going to kind of all look like a black mess on top. So we want it to be pretty and kind of different because each butterfly is different. So I'm just going to slowly do some lines, and you guys don't have to copy. You can do whatever you want. But I'm going to make some bigger lines, smaller lines, and then kind of just connect them all, kind of like how we did here on this butterfly. So I am going to now just draw some lines inside, some circles. We'll connect them here. There, we can do some here. Here. Monarchs are so pretty, and each wing is so different, kind of like our fingerprints. Whoops. We'll go with that line we accidentally made. I always tell people cake decorating, cookie decorating isn't always about being perfect. It's kind of learning how to hide your imperfections. So if you make an error, you just find a fun way to cover it up. So I like how that one looks. I am going to go on the outside and thicken my outside wing. I'll kind of show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to, my first outline I just did, I'm going to do that, and now I'm going to fill in that gap here. So now I'm going to fill in here. My toothpick, kind of move it around. Be careful you don't stab the cookie, so then you cut into the other frosting we've done, the orange underneath. And then I'm going to go and do that same thing here. Just kind of thicken up this bottom side wing. Here. All right, I like how that looks on my wing, and I am going to then use my white. And I'm gonna just create a few little fun dots. And you wanna do this while your black is still wet, so it kind of melts into the black. There we go. And now I'm gonna go to the other side. So kind of pick it up and show you what it looks like so far. Now I'm gonna go to this side and do the same. Make my circles. And now I'm going to go through again and kind of re-outline my wings. I'm going to make that black just a little bit thicker on the edges. It's my toothpick. Okay, and then we do the bottom half. Kind of get this up. There. I get my white out. Make my little dots. And go in. All right, and now I'm going to do the center, the body. Maybe a little more. Careful, you try not to get it on your wings. I'm going to fill that in. All right, now our butterfly is done. It's so pretty. Butterfly. Now we can work on, we will work on our flower. Now that's hardened a little bit. Should be. Actually, let's work on our carrot. Our carrot we did second. Our orange should be harder, so we're going to take our orange again. We have our bag, and we are going to go back through our carrot and outline it and give it kind of the line details. So we're going to go through and outline our carrot like we did at the beginning. So for this time, we're not going to fill it a second time. And I'm just going to make some carrot lines here. And some here going this way. And this way. And some on the bottom. So there's our carrot details are done there. So you let the bottom frosting harden, and then you just do another layer on top. And now we can do our flour. So I'm gonna take, you can do purple or you can do pink. I'm going to use purple, the same color we did for the outside. And I am just going to re-outline again our flour. Same thing with the carrot and the butterfly. Re-outline it here. And then we can use our pink. And I'm just gonna make some fun lines going up here from the pink. Inside the petal details. You can use yellow, you can use orange, you can use whatever colors you want. What we have here. Now our yellow should be hard from what we used earlier. So I'm just gonna take my toothpick and kind of dab the center. And so we're gonna get that center flower details. Go around, poke my flower. There we go. So you got your poking done. We'll set that side to harden before we add the leaves. And we can move on to the spring cookie. So we're gonna just write spring in here, fun. So you can do it however you want. This time I'm gonna write it sideways. And I'm gonna use purple. I think first I'm gonna outline my cookie in pink though. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna outline my cookie in pink. And then I'm gonna write spring, but you're gonna wanna be careful when you're using royal icing and writing letters, because if you get too close, you're gonna see your letters are gonna kind of blend together. So kind of keep the spacing apart and try to keep your lines thin. If you need to skip letters because you did some thicker, then I would skip letters. So spring, I would do S, skip P, make the R, skip the I, do the N. So you're giving that gapping and allowing time for your cookie to harden instead of bleeding next to each other. So I am going to write spring. S. So I'm going to show you guys, skip my P, leave room for it, do my R, skip the I, N. And now I'm gonna kind of just let that sit for a minute because it needs to harden just in case my other letters. So we'll put that aside. We'll work on our chick and we'll get our yellow out because we are gonna just outline our chick in yellow. Now if you want, you can do a little feather details, or you don't have to do anything inside the cookie at all. I just made some few lines. Then we'll work on our rabbit. So take your white and we're gonna outline our bunny. Okay. Now when you get to the ears, just do the white, and I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to do a white line on the back of that ear, pick it up, go around to the nose, stop, under the mouth. Okay, so we got our rabbit outline. I'm going to go back to my spring. I'm going to do my P. I and my G. I'm going to add the big old line down there. It says spring, and now I'm going to get out the buttercream, the fun stuff. So we're going to leave our cookies here. We're going to pull one down at a time. Our butterfly is done, so we're not going to add any buttercream to our butterfly, but we can take our flour. Now each of you have your own green piping bag with a flower, a petal tip on your thing. So if you want to just practice on a plate, or I have right now a silicone working mat, but you're gonna just squeeze it on the side and pull it out. And these are gonna be our flowers, or our leaves, sorry. So we're gonna take our leaf, and I'm just gonna add a couple inside of our flower. So there's my flower. I'm gonna take my carrot. Now this is gonna be the greenery of the carrot on top. So we're gonna start to the bottom or the top of the carrot, and we're just gonna kind of pull it out. Squeeze, get the ruffles, pull it out, and now we have our carrot top done. Okay, and now these three left, we are gonna do flowers. So we're gonna do, each of you have a pink and a purple buttercream. So we're gonna kind of just practice on here. Your tip should already be on. You just squeeze and you kind of leave the flower prints. So I'm gonna do a pink one here, and I'm gonna do a pink one here. I'm gonna do a swirl here, one down here. I'm gonna get my purple out, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Add some flowers. You can do, you know, opposite if you wanted to do the purple flowers first. Here. We'll do one there. And now I'm gonna go back to my green piping bag, and I'm gonna squeeze my leaves. And now I'm gonna add leaves to my cookie. Do this. Add it up. Now, as you can see, I have a big mess here. Cake decorating, cookie decorating is never a clean event, especially for me. So, sorry you gotta see that, but that's reality. I'm gonna go through here, add some leaves on my chicks, and then we are done. Let me just go through and show you. We have the flower, we have the bunny. Whoops, I just hit my flower. We have the spring cookie, the chick, the carrot, and my favorite, the butterfly. So I hope you guys had fun and your cookies turned out. Once you're done, I'd love for you guys to post it and tag Sweet House Bakery if you have a video or pictures that you've done yourself. And I'll be sending you a code for 25% off your next order if you tag me in your post. All right, thank you guys.